Right here where I'm standing, we had 10 pounds of raw chicken meat. That truck camera was watching it, and I'm back here a few days later, and there is not a drop of chicken or even a chicken bone left in this spot. This is what the edge of this creek looks like here. You can see there's just tons of tracks here. It's kind of hard to tell what they are, but that's where the tracks are at. And that log right there is where we had the chicken at. So there's probably tons of animals on this camera, and I'm excited to see what we had. No surprise here, the first visitors to the chicken pile was the crows. They seem to always be the first animals to find, no matter what kind of meat it is I put in the woods. Here's a house cat. I don't know if it's a feral cat or if it's a house cat that escaped from a nearby house or what the story is, but this cat comes back quite a bit. Here you can see it climbing up on top of the log. You'll notice the chicken looks super white, and it is actual frost or snow that's built up on the chicken. But as the video goes on, that does melt off. This gray fox seemed to be pretty inquisitive of what's going on here with the chicken. You can tell he's definitely hesitant to go right into it, and he kind of sneaks around the back here and makes sure the area is safe before he comes in. This possum shows up in the same exact spot that fox was, and it's just 7 minutes later. If you keep an eye on the bottom right hand of the screen there, that date and time is correct. And it's pretty interesting to see what time the animals show up and how quickly they can come and go. Starting the second morning off the same way we started the first morning off, with a group of crows in there getting their morning breakfast in. This was a pretty interesting interaction. Later that evening, the possum and the cat are there at the same time, but the cat just goes about his business. The possum is not sharing that chicken right now, and the cat's just gonna have to deal with it. Here's a gray fox back again. Can't say for sure that it's the same one that was in the video earlier, but this one's also just very leery of what's going on. He's very nervous acting. You can tell he just doesn't want to quite commit to go into that chicken. In this video here, he actually goes up and he spooks himself, takes off running, but he must not go far because just a couple seconds later, he's right back in to check it out again. Now, if you look at the timestamp in the bottom right-hand corner, this is just 6 minutes after that gray fox was in there. And this is 2 red fox in here at the same time. They're stopping by to get their share of chicken, and they must have ran that gray fox off in the meantime. In this clip, I think something may have drug a piece of the chicken in the bottom left-hand part of the screen, because that fox in the bottom left does look like it might be sitting there eating something while the other one sniffs around the log where the chicken was originally at. These 2 fox hung around for quite a while until they had an unsuspecting visitor show back up, and this interaction really surprised me. You'll see here in just a second. Mr. Possum is back, and that is a red fox in the bottom of the screen, and this is once again just a few minutes later from when both red fox were there. I always assumed that the red fox would run the possum off, but that doesn't seem to be the case. They just seem to be getting along there. Here's the stinkiest critter we had visit the chicken pile. This skunk has a pretty interesting pattern on him. He's almost all white with just a little bit of black around his legs and down his back. But besides that, the majority of his body is white here. Here you can see as he steps up on the log, he's got a pretty interesting pattern right on his back. It almost looks like an airplane or something. Morning of day 3, and the crows are back, cleaning up what's there. There's still quite a few critters to come, even though the bulk part of the chicken is gone. If you guys like this kind of content, comment below what you want to see in front of the camera next, and we'll see if we can get that done for you. Here's the possum back for an afternoon snack. Here it's around lunchtime, but there's no chicken left for him. It looks like he's going to search all around here for it, but he's going to come up short. And right on cue after the possum is Mr. Cat back again. You can tell he's kind of looking around here, wondering where the chicken went also, but there's probably a couple little scraps left, but the bulk of it does seem to be cleaned up. And with that, the chicken pile was pretty much cleaned up after just 3 days. If you guys like this kind of content, click on the link on the screen now to watch a meat pile along a riverbank. And this is one of the interesting characters we had on that camera. Make sure you like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys.